Hello, welcome back. So we will continue our discussion. In the previous part, we have seen how do we find out the stress by using two methods. Now in this part, we are going to discuss some other constants like parameter n, j and p. So we will try to understand them. What is this and how do we find out their value? Now n is basically called the neutral axis coefficient, and n is basically the ratio of x by d, this x and this d. So the ratio of x by d is called n, which is called neutral axis coefficient. So sometimes we use this n value to in our design, in our analytical questions. So we need to understand that n is basically the ratio of x by d. So in case if we are given, if we have to find out the x value, if we are given in the problem the n value and the d value, then x will becomes n into d. Okay, so this n parameter is very important. Now another parameter is j. Now j is related to the lever arm. Now we have just seen that z is equals to d minus x by 3. Now j is the ratio of z by d. This is the ratio of x by d. This is the ratio of z by d. Now if we put the value of z here and d is there, and further after solving this becomes 1 minus x by 3 d, and now we can see this x by d is basically the n, this n value. So this becomes 1 minus n by 3. So this is how this is called lever arm coefficient. Another parameter which is called P. This P is called tension reinforcement ratio. So this is called, this is calculated by using this ratio AST B into D. AST B into D. So AST is the area of steel in tension, B into D is the width of beam, D is the effective depth of beam. So this one B and this one D. And AST is this one, area of steel in tension. So this is how we find out the tension reinforcement ratio. Okay. Even if we multiply this AST by B into D, if we multiply this by 100, then this term will be called percentage of reinforcement. Okay, but without this 100, this ratio is called tension reinforcement ratio. So all these terms will be used in case when we are designing problems. In that case, we will be using these parameters. Now we will see there are some relation between these two, these three parameters like N, J, and P. So there are some relation between them. So we will try to understand that. So there are various relationship between N, J and P. So first relationship, we will see that. Now you can remember in the last to last part, we have seen this relationship, which was, this was the compression, moment in compression about Na, and this was the moment in tension about Na. So if we use this equation, in this, if we use X, replace X by Nd and AST by PVD, then what we can do is we can change the equation and the equation will be changed like this. On further solution, the equation, this upper equation, this equation will be converted into the quadratic equation, and quadratic equation can be solved and the following relation will be obtained. So N value can be calculated by this relation. If we know the modular ratio, if we know the P value, we will be able to identify the value of n with this relationship. Similarly, in another relation, if we know we know that FCBC can be find out by using this. We have just seen this relation in the previous part. So in this part, we try to find out FCBC by using the similar triangle property, and in that we use the ratio x by d minus x. So if we replace x by d by n, so we will be able to replace this value by n upon 1 minus n. So if we are given the n value, still we will be able to identify the value of f sigma c, I mean FCBC. So this is one another important relationship. Now if we go to another relation, the third relation, if we equate the tension force with the compression force, although we have equated it earlier also, but now again to generate some other relationship, if we equate tension force with compression force again, so tension force is area of steel in tension multiplied by area of steel in tension. Stress in steel in tension. Similarly, stress in concrete, it will be the average stress, and this will be B into X. So remember, this time we are not using the transformed, we are not using the equivalent area. We are using the actual area of steel and actual stress in steel. Even if we equate them, we can generate a relationship, and that relationship will be this one. P is equals to F sigma CBC upon 2 FST into N. If we replace X by ND, then we will get BD, and BD will go here below this, and FST will go here. So now you can see, okay, I'm just trying to. Now, if we replace this X by ND, and now you can see this B and this D. If we take both of these terms below this, and at the same time, if this term goes down to this term FST, then you can see this term will be formed, because AST upon BD is called the P. So P will be equivalent to F sigma CBC upon 2 FST whole multiplied by N. So this is another relation that we can use. So these relations are very important. If in the problem we may be asked to calculate any quantity. So if we know these relationship, then we will be able to identify the parameters easily. So this was the concept in this lecture. We will continue these concepts in the next lecture. For this lecture, I have used these references. So thank you. I hope you understand the concepts, and thank you.